they have developed a pathway. You ever heard the term a sociopath?
Oh, yeah.
That means there's nothing that gets what they want, nothing will get in their way. They will create a path. They will develop a line of thinking and logic. It may not be real or rational, but it's real and rational to them, and they will make it happen. Can I give you a clue? Stay away from sociopaths.
Yes, yes.
Sleep with one eye open. The ends justify the means. They will manipulate, they will deceive, they will share half-truths. They want to get their way. It really is a form of mental illness. Usually people who struggle with sociopath behavior oftentimes are diagnosed with bipolar disorder and other things. Just being real here. Did you know a narcissist? Who's ever heard of a narcissist? Now, sociopaths have narcissistic tendencies. What's a narcissist? It's taken after Greek mythology, Narcissus, that the whole world evolves around him. I don't think Narcissus was a teenager. Who's ever heard of the country singer Larry Gatlin?
Yeah.
A friend of mine was part of a group that was interviewing him for a TV special, and he went 45 minutes talking about himself, promoting himself, talking about how awesome he was. And he finally stopped himself. He said, "That's enough about me. What do you think about me?" That's a narcissist, that everything's about them. Okay? If your boss is saying the company's in trouble and we're going to have to lose a few people and have some cutbacks and everybody's going to have to work some free overtime and we're going to have to reduce some inventory, we might have to bring some toilet paper from home to make the company make it. The whole thing, if you're a narcissist, it's never about the company or coworkers. It's all about, but what about me? But what about me? Okay? Hear me. Very important that we understand that narcissistic habits lead to bad places. You've got to be able to understand that the world is bigger than you. Immaturity is all about me. A sign of maturity is when you're considerate towards others. I just threw that in. It costs no extra. It's worth what you paid for it, okay? We need to develop good habits.
Yes.
Habitual liars lead to habits in other negative areas. Let me ask you this question. Who's ever heard of being an addict? They've got a habit. Do you understand? Knowledge is not necessarily the problem. You don't think the cocaine addict knows what it's doing to them. You don't think the meth addict realizes that their teeth are melting and they're spending all their money and they have no place to live and their families. You don't think they're cognizant. They are cognizant, but the habit is greater. Okay? Did you understand what the definition was? A habit is an acquired mode of behavior and it's become nearly or completely involuntary. It's beyond your control. Okay? My grandparents and Julie's grandparents both went through the Great Depression. It was not great. It was pervasive. It was large. It was horrible, but it wasn't great as in a positive thing. Okay. Do you know, till the day she died, my grandmother kept a year's supply of instant coffee in the pantry because she had to go without coffee during the Great Depression. Did you know they kept some money in the house, cash money, until the day they died? Why? They had money in the bank. They paid bills. They didn't put it all on the mattress. But they also learned don't put all your eggs in one basket. That experience could not help but affect them. Do you understand? Am I being too transparent?
Nope.
Did you know, to the last time I had a meal with my grandparents, I carried that they wouldn't spend the money, but they would let me bring them an Arby's. They liked them roast beefs. They wouldn't spend the money, but they would let me bring them. Now, honey, don't bring a drink and don't bring potato cakes. We got chips. We got water here. But if you bring us a sandwich, could you get me some of that Arby's sauce? And I would bring Kevin to the day that the last time I took him Arby's, every time, as in somebody commanded it, my grandmother, while we're talking, finishing our meal, she would take that white Arby's bag with red writing, and she would begin to work the folds out of it, and she would get it fold back up. My granddad's lunch was going in that sack tomorrow.
Right.
Did I make her do that? But through the experiences she had, I'm gonna need that.
Right.
It was an involuntary. She didn't even realize she was doing it. Now, do not judge me. To this day, if you come to my house bringing some food and we're just talking around the table, don't be surprised if I start doing what?
Folding it up. Yeah.
Julie hates that. Julie's got a different habit. Her mother prioritized, do you know the green and red and yellow twist ties that went on the loaf of bread? Did you know the colors indicated the day of freshness it was?
Yeah.
Okay. So Julie, if you come to our kitchen right now and look in the silverware drawer at the end, the dead space in the drawer, there will be a mound. We will never. We could build a clothesline for chipmunks out of that. Now, why does she do that? Because I make her? Because somebody's tapping the foot. You're wasting a twist. No, why? Because her mother put a priority on that.